Well, hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Chow with Lau. And today I'm going to show you how to make stir-fried spicy squid. Get your woks ready. Welcome along guys, and thank you so much for pressing that play button. It's a special show today because I've just hit 3,000 subscribers. Yay! And that feels pretty special. Now this was inspired by a lady called Maangchi. She has a huge YouTube following. If you're watching me, you've probably seen her before, but if you haven't, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Go have a look at her channel. It's superb, right? But don't go yet, because I really want you to come and watch this video because I think you're gonna like it. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Right guys, so for this recipe, you're obviously gonna need some squid. Now this is where you can make some choices. I've got some whole squid that I got from a Chinese supermarket. These came frozen and have obviously been defrosted, and I'm gonna show you how to deal with these. You can also get just the body of the squid, like the equivalent of a chicken fillet, and they're easier to deal with. But actually this is not so bad. This is actually quite easy to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. But if you don't want to faff about with that, you can go and buy some squid bodies, frozen or fresh, and they're great. And if you go to fresh fishmongers, they'll be able to do all that for you if you ask them really nicely. So for the vegetable side of this recipe, I'm going to be using some baby sweet corn, half a white onion, some Maangchi, half a red pepper, some carrot finely sliced so it cooks really quickly, and some spring onion. And to make up part of the spice base, I'm going to be using some garlic. I've got about 5 normally sized pieces of garlic here, although they're actually smaller, so I've actually had to pick out more. But I would say if you get some average sized garlic cloves, I would use about 5 to 6, and I've got a small thumb-sized portion of ginger, which I have peeled and finely sliced, and that's going to be going into my spice paste. The rest of the spice paste is going to be made up of 3 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of chili flakes. Now you can adjust this according to how you like your food. Maangchi is asking for about 4 for a really hot one, or 3 for average. I'm going for 1 because I know that when I cook Maangchi's recipes, which I have them before, when she says it's okay, it blows my head off. So I'm going for 1. You decide on how much you want to use. I've also got 2 teaspoons of sugar. I'm using soft brown sugar here, but you can use whatever sugar comes to hand. It all works pretty well. And to finish off, we're going to be using some corn flour or cornstarch slurry, about 3/4 of a tablespoon with a little water. It's not crucial as to exactly how much water you have in there. That'll be fine. So I've got my garlic. I'm just going to give it a bit of a crush. This helps release the juices. Even if you finely chop garlic, it does help if you crush it, and that really kind of helps kind of break down the cells, I suppose, and squishes some of the juice out. I find if you just finely chop it, it can stay quite dry. Obviously it'll still release flavour, but I think this gives us a little bit more. Just helps a little bit. And I guess there's no harm in doing this regardless, but I'm pretty sure, look, because you can see there's a bit of moisture coming from it, which if you chop it, there's less moisture. So I'm going to now finely chop these crushed bits of garlic, just really finely chop them. Well, when I say finely, I don't mean like to dust, just so that, like that. That's fine. To this, I'm going to add our already chopped ginger. Like I said, a small thumb size. I mean, when it comes to all these ingredients, you can customize it however you want. Some people like ginger more than others. I would always suggest some ginger just to give it some background note, but I quite like a fair bit of ginger in mine, so that's all good. But you do it the way you want to. To that, I'm going to add my tablespoon of chili flakes. And then 3 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, finally 2 teaspoons of sugar. That's about 2 teaspoons. Okay, give that a good mix. It's smelling pretty nice already. Okay, and this is what we're going to add at the stir fry stage. Right guys, on to the business end. What we have here is a whole small squid. First thing we're going to do is detach the head from the body, and how we do that is we reach in, and just here there's a kind of a hard piece of what feels like bone. It's cartilaginous. You hold on to that to give you a good grip, and you pull it out, and out of the body should come the intestinal tract, like so, along with any ink pouches or anything like that. Okay, we don't want that, so we're gonna cut that off. That is inedible. Okay, but we've still got the eyes and we've still got the beak to deal with. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut between the eyes and then just kind of wave the knife around and give it a little bit of a wiggle. And we're going to pop the eyes out like so. The other eye likes, oh, where is it gone? Oh. Oh, like that. This bit can get a bit messy, and then we can get the beak, which is in between. You can feel it's a little bit of a hard lump thing, and then you just grab it and pull it out like so. Okay, and that is all edible now. With the main body or tube of the squid, we're going to take the skin off. So the easiest way to do that is to pull the wings off, which we don't eat anyway, or most of us don't eat. Some people do. It's a little bit tougher. And when you do that, the skin comes off like so, quite easily. Yep. Just work your way around. Extra points if you can pull it off in one piece, but I am failing it at that today. Never mind. Okay, so we've got that. So we can dispose of all this bit in this corner here. And the final bit, and possibly the most important, because we definitely can't eat this bit, is there's a cartilaginous bone in the tube, which obviously gives the squid some rigidity to move. We just basically just grab it, twist it, pull it out, and it comes out. It looks like plastic. It really looks like plastic. Yeah, you'd think it swallowed something from a bin, but it isn't. As they get bigger, these squid, these get hard. They look like hard plastic. This is kind of like flexible plastic, but I've seen in the bigger squid really hard, like things that look man-made. They don't look natural at all. But there you go. Right, so that's our squid. That's how to clean it up before we cook it. What we need to do now is to rinse it under some clean water to clean off any of the yucky bits, and then we are ready to go. So the next thing we're going to do is open up our squid tube by cutting it all the way down the length. Like that. There's still going to be some yucky bits in here, so don't forget, after this bit, clean it again. Okay, so what we are going to do is lightly score it on the diagonal, and this is just for presentation purposes. When it cooks, we flip it around and go the other way, it's just going to curl up nicely for us. Just lightly score, and then we can just slice it up into bite-sized pieces. Okay, don't forget to rinse them down before we cook them. It's ready for the stir fry. What we're going to do is get our wok really hot, and then we're going to put 1 to 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil, corn oil, not sesame oil, not olive oil because they will burn. Okay, so that's starting to smoke. Bit of swirl, and then we're going to add all our veggies at once. Get them going. Look at that. Nice. Now, you can go freestyle with these veggies. I like things that have got colour, texture, crunch. Okay? But whatever you fancy. I wouldn't go for anything that might turn to mush, because you want to, stir fries, you need to keep them nice and crisp and crunchy and vibrant. And all of these vegetables are really tasty and good for you. The beauty of stir frying is we don't use a huge amount of oil, and it's full of vegetables jam-packed with vitamins and minerals, so this is always good. We don't cook everything so much that it goes to mush. It has to keep some shape, some crunch. It's all good. We're going to make a little bit of room. Tiny bit more oil. And we're going to add our prepared squid. Get that on. Okay. Squid does not take long to cook. If you've had rubbery squid before, it's probably because it was overcooked. That's generally what happens. Generally. Okay, let's get that heat on high. Stir frying is about hot temperatures, guys. Okay. Give it a good stir. And now, look, you can see the squid is starting to curl up because we've scored it nicely. It's just for presentation, it just looks a little bit prettier, that's all. And now we're going to add our spice paste. The chili flakes, the ginger, the garlic, the sugar, the soy sauce. Add that all in like so. And this is going to give us some kick, I can tell you. Okay, it's worth experimenting as to how much heat that you want. Oops, let's not waste that. I might edit that out, I might not. Wow, look at that. Check it out, guys. That's looking good. And finally, we're going to add our corn flour, cornstarch slurry, just to give that, turn that sauce into something of a sticky sauce. Okay, and get that nice and hot, bubbling away. Now just coat all our ingredients in a really, really nice way. There you go, guys. Spicy stir-fried squid. Get your taste buds ready. There you go, guys. Check this out. Wow. It smells fantastic. Perfect with some just plain steamed rice or whatever you fancy. Moment of truth. Check that out. Check that out. Can you see it? Can you see it? Is it focusing? Not sure. Should do. Focus, focus, focus. Focus. Okay. Anyway, back to me. Right, I'm going to try a piece of this squid. Wow. The flavour is really delicious. Actually, I've made it about the right heat for me. It's not too spicy. A little bit of sweetness from the sugar. Really, really good. Let's try one of these. And the crunch of that baby sweet corn goes so well with that squid. Really, really nice. The sauce is absolutely to die for. Amazing. I am so pleased with that. Thank you, Maangchi, for giving me this idea. It's wonderful, really, really good. And you can adapt it like I have to any way you want to eat it. Mixing up your vegetables, how you do your sauce, even the type of squid you use, go for it. All these recipes are fantastic for customizing how you want it. That's kind of how I want it for you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. And if you'd like to help me buy more ingredients and do some even more amazing recipes, you can go down to the super thanks button underneath the video and you can donate that way if you'd like to. Obviously, no obligation. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching to the end, and I will see you in the next video where hopefully I might even have 4,000 subscribers. Who knows? Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.